Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy CuriousJ. Welcome to another episode of This Week Today with yours truly, CuriousJ. Appreciate y'all being here and checking out the other videos. It means a lot to me. All y'all's feedback and views and everything. I love it. Keep it coming, guys. Much appreciated. Once again, this episode brought to you by OkamiAnimeClub.com. Check out the website. It's got a bunch of anime articles and some gaming stuff on there too now, actually. Yeah, go check it out. It's a great website. And then also Okami Anime on Facebook with them spicy memes, man. The spicy anime memes, they're so good. Funny, relatable. If you like anime, you're gonna like that, so go check it out. So let's get into the episode. I feel like I want to start making these shorter. The first two I made were fairly long, 20 to 25 minutes. Second one was only about 15. I want to keep them shorter just because I feel like I'll be able to kind of get deeper into the content instead of just rushing through this game, this streamer. So yeah, let's get into it. First thing I want to talk about is actually something that's been super popular right now in both gameplay and on Netflix. With that said, I know you guys know I'm talking about The Witcher. Man, it's so crazy because this game came out in 2015, and it being on Netflix just completely boosted the viewership and the gameplay. Right now, The Witcher has more people playing it than it did when the game released. So it's getting a lot of attention across all platforms, and it's definitely largely due to the Netflix original series of The Witcher. It hit a new peak of concurrent viewers at about 102,000 on Steam, and that's like concurrent, so it's crazy. It puts it up there with like PUBG, Dota 2, GTA 5, and those are all super big name games. Like, people are all streaming that like crazy, playing them like crazy. To me, it just blows my mind that a game could come back out of nowhere like this simply because of the popularity of the show, and you know it's due to that. It's breaking records on Twitch right now as one of the most streamed and viewed games. I think like the moment the season released on Netflix, the gameplay and viewership went up by like 200 to 300%. Like, super crazy numbers. And it's still kind of steadily rising. I think the last time I checked, it had gone up by like 25 to 50%. But the fact that it's still rising even now is incredible. It just blows my mind, like how a game can make a comeback like that. It kind of makes you think, like, what else is next? Like, imagine if they made like a God of War series. That'd be amazing. And those games are amazing. They're all super loved, and imagine if they just came back, because you know they wouldn't start with like, oh, the latest God of War. They would go back to God of War 1, show you his origin story and him becoming the God of War. I would love that. I would really love that. That would be so awesome. But yeah, so if you haven't seen it yet, go check out The Witcher on Netflix. And if you're into the games at all, so the season 1 on Netflix is based on the books, but also the first Witcher. Start from the first one, make your way up to Wild Hunt 3, man. I know there's gonna be more seasons on Netflix, so get that gameplay going. So the next thing I want to talk about is actually signs of a new Nintendo Direct coming soon. The signs are out, on and about, they're everywhere. I had actually read recently about how GameStop gets SKUs to games when they're about to be released, you know, because they have to have the merchandise ready to sell as soon as the game drops. And apparently, from what I heard, every time a Direct is coming out, they get the SKUs for like the new Nintendo content that's going to be coming out with it. So that kind of leads me to believe that them getting the new SKUs now is leading to a new Nintendo Direct. And it's coming at a perfect time because everyone's been wondering what that 5th DLC character is going to be for Super Smash Bros. We already have 4. We got Hero, we got Joker, we got Terry, and Banjo-Kazooie. All super great characters, super fun to play. But who's gonna be the 5th one, man? I've actually been super curious about it, and I'm thinking that they're gonna drop that hint, if not just outright tell us in this next Direct, which should be in January. with the character being released in February, there's a bunch of rumors. People have said Master Chief, the rumor of Phoenix Wright being out there, and this is one of those. I want to hear from you guys. Like, who do you think it's gonna be? I'm super curious because there was really no algorithm here. Like, Joker being on there, super random. Banjo-Kazooie, Nintendo character. Terry Bogard, King of Fighters SNK. Like, it's super random, but it's super cool. I actually really like it, so I'm kind of excited to see who the 5th DLC character will be and where they'll go from there. Are they going to release another fighter pass with 5 more characters to be released in the foreseeable future? That'd be awesome. So I'd love to hear from you guys. Definitely leave a comment below on that one. The next thing I wanted to get into is actually also Super Smash Bros. Related, but in a streamer sense. So I don't know if you know him, popular competitive player Hungrybox, plays Super Smash, played Melee, plays Ultimate, he's played a mom, sure. He recently started slamming the prize pools for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate tournaments. So what's crazy about this is the game has sold over 15 million copies, making it the #1 fighting game of all time. That says a lot, guys. Of all time, that's huge. But the thing is, despite making all that money that, you know, Nintendo has made from the game, a very small of that actually goes towards prize pools for professional tournaments. And this is something that all fighting games have done, and they've all put down way more than Smash has put down. And the thing is, it's getting to the point where, like, at this rate, it makes more sense to be a professional Smash Bros streamer than it is to be a competitor. And with that switch in mind, the only thing that can happen is the competitive scene's gonna die, which would be very sad because that's a huge part. Anytime you think of like Evo or any major fighting game tournament, you know Smash is gonna be there, and it's getting to that point where one day it won't be. And I can't say that I didn't see it coming if that day comes, you know what I mean? Like, they really need to pay more attention to that. I think it got to the point where, like, they were saying that if you didn't make it in 7th place in the tournament, it just wasn't worth it at all for you to even be part of the tournament. And even then, making 7th place was like barely scratching the surface of breaking even when you think about all the money spent to get to the tournament. Most those guys got to get hotel rooms. You're talking about food, you're talking about flight money, you're talking about gas money. Like, there's just so much that goes into being a competitive player than actually just being good at the game, which they all are. All these guys are super good at the game. So I can't blame Hungrybox. He's slamming the game, but I think just to kind of bring light to the fact that there needs to be attention to that. There needs to be some more money put into the competitive scene to keep it alive, which in turn is going to keep Smash alive, which is going to keep it the #1 fighting game of all time. Like, fighting game companies, game developers and all that have put way more money into fighting games tournaments that have not made anywhere near the amount that Nintendo has from Super Smash Bros. And that's because they know that that's how they're going to get the attention. That's how they know they're going to pull a crowd. It's going to make people want to get good and go to these tournaments. Like, there's just so much positive into just putting a little bit more into your own game, you know, other than actually just making the game. And I feel like Nintendo has kind of started to get lazy with that. Like, I love Nintendo myself, don't get me wrong, I really do. I play Smash, I play Mario Kart, I play all those games. But with that said, like, Mario Party, it was like they just made a game and threw it out there. You can't even play online map. All you can play is minigames, which you would think could be such a small addition, such a small little update. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is literally a remake of Mario Kart 8 for the Wii and the Wii U. Like, come on, y'all couldn't just do 9 and make it a brand new game, or even then make like Double Dash 2. Would have been great. But here we are, kind of just remaking the same games and hoping that people will buy them. I mean, they know people will buy them, and the same thing happened with Pokemon Sword and Shield. Fun game to play, doesn't have a lot of replay value for me specifically, and I've heard the same for a lot of other people. They're kind of just beating the game and then calling it quits there. There's not many people out there that I know that are shiny hunting or maxing out their Pokemon, you know? I just hope Nintendo kind of sees the error in their ways and puts a little bit more effort into what they're doing, because I would hate to see, you know, these games die out. They're so great. They're such a big part of my life, and I'm sure they're such a big part of most of y'all's lives, so we're hoping for the best. But that's gonna be it for today, folks. I just wanted to quick talk about those 3 topics today. And once again, I do appreciate y'all being here. Yeah, wherever you're listening to this, whether it be on the YouTube VOD or on, you know, we're on Spotify, we're on Google Play, we're on Apple Music, and a bunch of other ways to listen to the podcast. So I thank you, appreciate you, love you guys. Make sure to follow me on Twitch in case you want to catch this live. We do Nintendo Night every Thursday where we play Super Smash Bros. And Mario Kart with the viewers. And on other nights I usually stream something like Dead by Daylight or getting into some single player games. But I do stream Monday through Friday, and sometimes I'll throw in Saturday and Sunday in there at night, 10 p.m. Central. Hope to see y'all there. Like, subscribe in case you like what you see in here, and I'll see y'all next Sunday. Take it easy. Peace.